Yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing this afternoon? Welcome to today's edition of Let Cheek Pop Podcast, brought to you by First GenXers Broadcast Network. I am your host, Dark Lord 100, and with me today is the one and only Dave, aka Room Squire. What is up, brother?
Hey.
And hopefully to eventually be joined by the man in the white coat of snow, that is. Saint.
Yeah, once he thaws out.
Yeah, once he thaws out.
So.
All right. So we'll kick it off with some hot topics while we're waiting for Saint to thaw. And we will talk a little bit about what is one of the hottest topics right now out there. And people land on one side of it or the other. I'm not sure where you landed, but I know where I landed, and I landed on the I am extremely excited to see this, and that is the Masters of the Universe trailer.
Yep.
And it looks effing amazing.
It does. And, I'm not a big Masters of the Universe fan. That was never my jam back in the 80s when we were kids. But I'm still interested in this. I think it's got a great premise, a great story in there. I will be in line to watch when it comes out this summer.
I think that I don't know about opening night. I'm kind of over the opening night. But like I said to you guys before, me and my mom's tradition was to go on the Monday afterwards, the first thing Monday morning after, after the thing premiered. Not too big on, big
right.
crowds.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, go ahead.
It looks great, and Miranda Baccarin as the sorceress, sign me up for that easily.
That's old girl from Wicked, right?
No, Miranda Baccarin, that is Inara from Firefly, Vanessa from Deadpool.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she is. It looks. I like the concept of Adam on Earth.
Yep.
Like the concept of giving the Masters of the Universe people these futuristic type, vehicles to be driving around. Like
and even more amusing to me is the fact that apparently there is one section of the internet that is absolutely losing their shit over the scene of Adam at his desk with the nameplate in there saying, Adam, I can't remember what the last name is, Human Resources, and the pronouns he, him. And they're just like, oh my God, your pronouns. You don't get the irony level here, okay, of using pronouns for He-Man, okay? Are you seriously that obtuse?
Oh man, well, I think some people always want something to bitch about. It just But I enjoyed everything that I saw. I love the what was the tiger's name?
Cringer.
The Cringer that they did.
Yeah, we haven't heard. Yeah, haven't heard his voice yet.
Yeah.
In there, and also some people are low key suspecting that Orko is in there, and that it's Orko that's sending the mysterious text messages to Adam saying, "I found your sword."
Oh, I can see that. Like, I love the scene of him trying to
pull the sword. Yeah.
But like I said, the thought people look. I hate explaining simplistic things like this to people, but sometimes you got to break it down. He's in today's society. So you're gonna like. There's the irony that Dave talked about of the He-Man versus versus the he-him, but like, sorry guys, like pronouns are part of the workplace whether you like it or not. They're not going.
Yep.
Like so yes, if you're gonna plant He-Man or Adam, whatever his name was, into current day America or current day Earth, yes, he's gonna have pronouns. Just deal with it.
And also the fact that Adam on Earth has the pink shirt and the beige pants, mimicking the classic Prince Adam look.
Prince Adam look, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sasha Lee 069, thanks for tapping in. We appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm like I said, I'm uber looking forward to this movie. I will plan to see it as soon as I can.
Me too.
Yeah, it may have to wait until streaming, but I would much rather prefer to see something that's much more service to see it, even with surround sound. So, all right. So after that, we decided to jump over from He-Man to the MCU. And MCU's Midnight Suns team will reportedly, this article include 8 supernatural heroes, including the likes of Ghost Rider and who else was it?
Ghost Rider.
Dane
we still don't. Yeah, Dane Whitman. Let's see, Blade.
Black Knight.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali. Finally getting his turn at Blade. Also Bloodstone that we saw at Werewolf by Night.
Ghost Rider.
Man-Thing. We also saw in Werewolf by Night. If you haven't seen Werewolf by Night Halloween special, watch it. It is fantastic. Moon Knight.
What's up, Be More Humble? Thanks for tapping in.
Be More. And speaking of the titular character, Werewolf by Night. And Wong.
And
yep.
Of course, you got to have Wong. Can't do anything mystical without the Sorcerer Supreme, right?
Yep, that is a lineup that I'm all in for. I have a sneaking suspicion with what we talked about last week that it's not going to be either Johnny Blaze or Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. I think it might be Dan Ketch, the 90s Ghost Rider, the 90s revamp Ghost Rider.
I wanted to see Robbie Reyes run to the big screen.
Yeah, I know, but Robbie, it's not a motorcyclist anymore with Robbie Reyes.
Right.
He's got a sweet car, but
oh god, that car is like
it's just not the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand why. It's just I'm a fan of the Robbie Reyes. And what's funny is that I wasn't necessarily a fan of Robbie Reyes from the comics. I'm a fan of Robbie Reyes from the Agents of Shield
show. Yeah, and that's totally good. For me, I mean, I had a couple of old school Johnny Blaze Ghost Riders when I was growing up, but my main thing was Dan Ketch, the Fabian Nisha revamp, because dude, it's all nice having the Hellfire and everything, but that chain, man, and cracking.
Let me say this. I will not begrudge anybody who tells me that they enjoyed the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
I wouldn't begrudge it either. It was what it was.
They had their place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they had their place. I enjoyed parts of them. I didn't necessarily enjoy all of them, but I enjoyed.
Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't like Iron Man or Captain America MCU level, like, whoa, but it was fine.
I was talking about Jared Leto, and we stumbled across something about Morbius.
Yeah, and
We just should have never made. And I love the Morbius characters. I actually did enjoy the character, the movie a little bit, but yeah, it just should have been. Or it should have been.
And tying back to Master of the Universe, Jared Leto as Skeletor is really the only negative point about that film.
I don't know yet. He's going to be behind the mask for most of the movie. So we'll see. Right, and we'll see. I agree. We'll see. Yeah. Like I'm not big on Jared Leto's Joker at all. Like I could see the entire history of the Joker being without the Jared Leto Joker. But anyway, all right. So we are going now to jump into our first segment of the day, which is always Pop Culture Corner, where we talk all things pop culture, and boy, do we have a full slate today.
Absolutely.
We open up with talk of DC. Saying this would be a good one for you to be here for, but unfortunately, you're out shoveling snow, bro. So get your ass in. All right. 2026's Green Lantern TV show will officially introduce DC's own version of Doctor Doom. Who is this character and why should we care?
Okay, it's a clickbait headline because the character they're talking about is in no way, shape, or form Doctor Doom. Okay? And we're talking about Sinestro, the classic Green Lantern villain.
Sinestro is not Doctor Doom.
Now I can kind of see it in the anti-hero category. You know, like if you squint real hard at it, sure. But Ulrich Thompson is going to be playing Sinestro in the Lanterns series. So, and because this is John Stewart getting the ring from a more veteran Hal Jordan, I'm guessing that Sinestro's already gone yellow fear ring by this point, since Sinestro was one of Hal's counterparts and fellow corpsmen who eventually left the Corps and took up the yellow ring.
Yellow ring. Okay.
So he's going to be the big bad guy.
That's going to be interesting to watch. That's all I can say.
The question I want to know is: are we going to get Kilowog? We briefly. Huh?
I said, who is Kilowog?
Kilowog is the big giant pinkish purple alien Green Lantern, the one that calls everybody a pruder. Voiced by Dennis Haysbert in the DC animated universe. And he did show up in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern film, but as sort of the drill instructor. But I can't remember who voiced him offhand. But yeah, Kilowog is just a favorite because he is just such a great fun character.
We'll say, did you, just a real quick side tangent that ties into DC in general, real quick, is have you seen the pictures of Jason Momoa as Lobo?
Yes.
Supergirl from the Supergirl.
Yes.
I was like, yeah.
He
was perfect to play her.
Came right out of his. I saw the clip of him coming right out of his trailer in the full makeup, chomping on the prop cigar.
Yeah.
And just he's got the swagger, he's got the attitude. Like anyone doubted that Jason Momoa would have the Lobo air about him.
Like, unfortunately, I need to look up who the actor was that played him on Krypton. On Krypton. He was pretty decent, but Momoa much better fits the part because Momoa is a lot more imposing of a dude.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know.
Yeah, but also at the time of Krypton, I think that DC was in the middle of. In the comics, Lobo was more of a sophisticated Bastich.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they were trying to appeal to Gen X by turning him into like some, or millennials by turning him into like some dark goth version of Lobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say they turned him
that
into
didn't last long.
They turned him into Rob Zombie. Like,
no.
But no, I'm saying the original Lobo is like.
Oh yeah. No, we're talking like My Chemical Romance versus Rob Zombie was the new 52 Lobo.
Boo.
Yeah, he did not last long.
Yeah.
Fan backlash was fast.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see it. It looks pretty good. We'll move forward. Like I said, we got a lot to get to today. And for those of us old enough to remember, because I'm not even 50 yet. But Dave maybe.
Yes.
A beloved 70s BBC sci-fi series from Dalek's creator confirmed for reboot with Doctor Who director.
Yes.
Show by the name of Blake's
7. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Blake 7 was an epic British science fiction show back in the day. Okay, we're talking like if you were to ask American science fiction fans, name an American science fiction franchise other than Star Trek, they'd go with Battlestar Galactica. Okay. You ask British science fiction fans, name a British science fiction series other than Doctor Who, their answer would be Blake 7.
Okay.
This was literally the proto Firefly. Okay.
Oh, the prelude to Firefly.
The prototype to Firefly. In the same way that Black Star was the prototype for He-Man.
Gotcha.
Okay, you've got the Solar Federation, which is this science fiction Orwellian nightmare that maintains control over its citizens through propaganda, chemical control, subliminal messaging, and everything. And this guy named Raj Blake finds out that he was actually a resistance leader that was captured and mentally reprogrammed to be a productive citizen.
Wow. Oh, that's insane.
And so
he a lot of movies.
Yeah. So he and a lot of he and a group of other convicts escape in a very high-tech spaceship of alien origin, and they start a resistance to topple the Solar Federation, and it is absolutely dynamic and beautiful. And if you have never seen Blake 7, you are missing out.
Well, maybe not, because it says it's due for a reboot.
It's coming in reboot, but I'm talking about the classic Blake 7. Yeah. Go in. It's.
Well, I look at it like this. Here's an opportunity for it to pull, and I know this isn't the first movie to do this, but what I call a Rocky. Rocky, for those of you people who don't know, not Rocky, but the Rocky Horror Picture Show. For those of you who don't know, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, when it was originally released, bombed in the theaters, bombed hard, hit the ground and went splat, but found a resurgence in fandom as a late night movie on Saturday nights,
right?
Which the fans got to interact with the movie because it was a late night movie. And so And so it found its level of success. Maybe upon the reboot, the original series can refine some success as people will go looking for the original to find out where this came from.
Okay, yeah. So just checking out, seeing if. Hold on a second. That was not what I should have done. Okay, is currently Blake 7 had 4 seasons.
4 seasons.
And is currently available on YouTube, Apple TV, and Amazon Prime.
So now you
So,
yep.
yep.
You can go see it.
And yeah, 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's a pretty good rating there. Yeah.
Yep. So go watch it. Classic science fiction show coming out from the British Isles. And as you know, British science fiction makes up for a lack of special effects, or special effects are more in the homemade direction, by telling incredible stories.
That's a great swap off.
Yeah,
I'll take stories because, a book doesn't have special effects.
Yeah.
Good story can keep you entrenched all night. All right. So we will move from that into the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Yes. Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord. Is it a show or a movie?
It is a new animated series that's going to be coming to Disney Plus this year, and it's going to be focusing on Darth Maul with Sam Witwer back as the voice of Maul.
Are they going to use Ray Park's
No.
whatchamacallit for the fight scenes?
No, it's an animated series.
Well, I know. I was thinking they could do the little bubble thing where they track with the movement trackers. This looks pretty interesting. And Darth Maul was one of the most interesting characters in Star Wars. Not just because of his actual background, but because
as you saw, April 6th. There you go. Oh. And it's also going to be Maul versus the Inquisitors that we saw in Star Wars Rebels.
Really?
And it's the Emperor realizes. We already knew that the Emperor realized that Maul was still alive in Clone Wars. That epic fight where Palpatine shows off just how much of a badass he is by taking on Maul and Savage Opress at the same time and kicking both of them. So I think that this is going to be Maul escaping from the Emperor and going underground to reestablish his credentials as a crime lord.
Okay.
The lead up to Solo.
Okay. And so when does it start?
April 6th.
Oh, you know what we got to get on, man? Like, I lost my Disney Plus subscription for like a week.
I right in there.
It's Wonder Man.
Wonder Man is Tuesday.
Tuesday, the first episode?
Tuesday is first episode. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a full block of streaming or if it's going to be a once a week thing. Don't know yet. We'll find out.
All right. So
and Wonder Man's been getting great critical reviews.
Because I'm pretty sure it's an amazing, what we call it. Oh yeah, real quick side tangent. Shout out to Sinners.
Oh yes, Sinners.
Nominations
in Oscar history, and Delroy Lindo, Oakland boy. Delroy Lindo also getting flowers at age 70 something.
Nice, good.
I mean, talk about a hard-working man who's been around the block a couple times, finally getting recognition like that.
A guy, a creator I follow on different choice. He's like, a valid point. He was like, "Do you want to know the last time black-led film dominated the Oscars like this in nominations, but unfortunately didn't win a single one? Was The Color Purple."
I can see that.
But that he was talking about that not to put down the Oscars, but to show how just having these nominations to an extent.
Yep.
Because these type of movies don't normally get that.
No, they don't.
I hope that Sinners, because to be honest with you, from what I've heard from everybody who's seen it, I've yet to have a chance to see it. Sinners was the best movie that came out last year.
It's on HBO Max right now.
Yes.
So it's on my watch list. I just have so much stuff I'm trying to just push through, real life and watching life, that it's coming up. It's coming up on my watching. Definitely before the Oscars hit. But yeah. Congratulations to everyone around on Sinners. Of course, there's the cynical take about how it's not going to get anything in there. I just have to remember, hey, remember that year that Silence of the Lambs swept the Oscars?
He brought up the same thing. Yeah, the guy that I was watching, he brought up the same thing.
So
this is not unheard of.
Hope springs eternal in there.
But he did bring up a valid point that when it comes to the Oscars, it's weird because most of the time, if you look through the Oscars history, most of the time, the most popular movie doesn't necessarily get the best movie Oscar.
I am still bitter over Star Wars Episode 4 losing to Annie freaking Hall that year.
Yeah. Like give it its due. Come on, let Sinners be the first one that's awards and right.
Yeah.
So all right,
well deserved all around. Yeah,
well deserved. Now speaking of well deserved, we now have a classic 10-part sci-fi masterpiece is officially getting a new streaming home ahead of a major series revival. And ahead of its major series revival, Stargate SG-1 is officially getting a new streaming home serving its continuation of the 1994 film Stargate. The sci-fi series aired for 10 seasons on various networks, including Showtime, Sci-Fi Channel, and Sky One from 1997 through 2007. It is now officially coming to Netflix as of February 15th. You'll be able to watch all of Stargate SG-1. I remember the show was a thing. I didn't watch it, but I remember when it
I know our boy Jamil Hemphill is going to be sitting his kids in front of the TV and going through all 10 seasons with them.
But no, you don't understand. Like, you got to watch it. This ties into something that happens like 7 seasons down the road. Don't worry. All going to come together.
Yep.
Oh, man. But no, like I said, I know it was a good show because I watched my boy be excited over that show.
Yeah. I watched the odd episode on there. Just sometimes we get too spoiled for choices, and you got to make decisions on what you're going to be watching.
No, 100%. Like, trust me. Like, I don't know many people that watch Suits, but I think it was one of the best shows that came out during its 9-year run. Delivered every season, but not many people did. Same thing with Leverage. Well, I can't say that. I've yet to meet a person who saw Leverage that didn't like Leverage. So,
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Even Mr. Hemphill liked Leverage when he finished watching.
Oh yeah.
Watch Redemption. Okay, so let's see. Next up is Henry Cavill's Warhammer TV show. We've got some first hints of cast, setting, and story. Talk to us about it.
Okay, let me pull that up. I'm still on the mobile broadcasting platform, aka my laptop. So, all right. So, we have. All right. So, Henry Cavill just dropped a symbol on social media from Warhammer 40K that kind of led people towards the direction of what he might be planning. Okay. So it is the Imperial Twin Eagle. Um, okay. And it looks like what he's going to do is the thing is that the symbol that he put back this past summer, it was the prominent symbol on a fiction novel, set in Warhammer 40K, called The Era of Ruin. And that was the final book in the massive, and I mean massive, there's probably about 50 books in this entry of Warhammer 40K fiction. 50 novel-sized books, all by different authors. Okay? This is called the Horus Heresy. And this is the major event for the 40K universe, where you have, okay, I'm going to try to summarize, my ADHD brain is trying to summarize the foundation that is the Horus Heresy. So, tens of thousands of years in the future, okay, like around like, 20th millennium, year 20,000. So we're talking like doom future. There's a massive disruption in the space-time continuum that destroys all faster-than-light travel. Okay? So humanity has already expanded, and now all of a sudden from this interconnected empire, we're now humanity's just a bunch of individual planets having to all of a sudden become self-sufficient, where they had an entire empire to rely on before. So at some point, we have the Emperor popping up. The Emperor is the most powerful human psychic ever. He's also pretty much immortal. So the Emperor starts off on Earth, reunifies Earth, brings Mars, which was the major production center for the human empire, brings Mars into the fold, and then begins what's called the Great Crusade. He creates, his plan is to create legions of these genetically enhanced superhuman warriors, the Space Marines. And each legion is led by a Primarch, the epitome of that legion. Like, for example, my boys, the Space Wolves, are led by, their Primarch is Lamon Russ, who is everything. When you say the words Space Viking, that is Lamon Russ to a T. Feral combatant, berserker rage, just full, punch it till it drops, and then keep punching for a little bit longer to make sure.
Right.
Okay, but the problem is that the four gods of chaos that emerged during that space-time disruption, they basically take the Primarchs while they're still cooking in their incubators, basically, and scatter them throughout the galaxy.
Okay.
So the Emperor has to go recollect all the Primarchs from all across the galaxy as he's going and doing the reunification thing, reintroducing them to the legions that they were intended to lead, and every legion, they have the same genetic template as their Primarch. Reintroducing them, and that's basically the Great Crusade. Emperor succeeds. Great Crusade is good, but the problem is that about a third of the Primarchs were corrupted by the forces of chaos when they were stolen away.
Okay.
Then you have what's called the Horus Heresy, where the Emperor's War Master, Horus, leader of the legion known as the Sons of Horus, betrays the Emperor, leads other corrupted Primarchs and their legions in this huge civil war, and sets the Empire back to almost zero again. The Emperor dies, but gets interred in this arcane machinery where he's alive but still rotting, and nobody knows, is he alive? Is he dead? Is he really dead? What's going on?
Yeah.
And essentially, the bureaucracy of the Empire takes over, and that leads throughout the main portion of Warhammer 40,000. So this is a huge epic storytelling that Cavill has planned if he's going to go through the Horus Heresy, which
sounds like a pretty epic storyline.
It is. It's like trying to do a movie encompassing all of Roman history from the rise to the fall.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Think of everything that goes into that. And then we're putting it in the 40K universe. So.
All right. So thank you for that thorough explanation there, sir.
Sorry, guys. I tried to clip it as much as I could.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No saint means we had time. All right. So next story up is Daredevil officially defends the Punisher for killing Kingpin in 2026. In Marvel release, the Punisher kills a major villain in the form. I'm assuming this is in the comics.
This is in the comics. We're not talking about Born Again season 2.
Okay, like I was kind of confused.
I was kind of excited at first as well, but even though it meant that no more Vinny D. So, this is the storyline for 2026 for the Daredevil comic, right, where Frank's going to be arrested for killing Wilson Fisk, and Fisk isn't mayor of New York anymore.
Okay.
The mayor of New York in Marvel Comics is Mr. Luke Cage.
Really? Not Luke.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, but Kingpin's back up to his old tricks. Frank gets his shot, cuts off the head of the snake.
Okay.
But gets arrested. Okay, rather than shooting it out with some cops that Frank assumes there are some good ones in the mix trying to arrest him, he just decides to de-escalate and is arrested. And Matt Murdock's going to be defending him in court.
Which is of course, perfect, because that's the way it should.
Oh yeah, of course.
So Peter Parker came up across legal troubles, who was sitting in his living room talking to Aunt May, but
Yep. Exactly. There's two people. When you are a Marvel character and you come across and you need legal trouble, you don't call a 1-800 ambulance chaser. You're going to call either Matt Murdock or Jennifer Walters.
Yep. One of the two.
One of the two. Okay. And apparently this is, go for it. The name of the book is?
The name of the book is Enemy of My Enemy, a Daredevil Marvel crime novel. And it'll be released March 24th,
Yeah.
2026.
And interestingly, this is not going to be a comic book. This is going to be an actual paperback, hardback novel using Marvel
Wow.
characters. Yeah. They've
Like
done
it.
they've done it before. It's all kind of like there's like a low key literary pulp crime revival that's been going on for the better part of 5 years to a decade. Stephen King's done some pulp crime novels in there. So yeah, this is Marvel cashing in on that trend. But yeah, I'm gonna look forward to it.
I definitely will. I definitely will. All right. So second to last up, we have a story that you can tell us a little bit about, because to me, man, I always thought that the smartest mecha show was BattleTech.
Or Evangelion, you mean, or Macross, or Gundam?
Macross, right? Macross.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gundam. When it comes to drama, Gundam's got Macross. Like,
Yeah, it does.
yeah.
That is the war mecha. But we're getting a revival of a low-key mecha series that I enjoy called Patlabor, and that's short for Patrol Labor. So it's in a future where you have mecha primarily used as construction units that are called labor units. But some labor units are designed for law enforcement purposes, and those are called patlabors. And so, yeah. So Patlabor follows the story of a female police officer that gets promoted to the local Patlabor unit. And she does all the Moe mecha girl things, like she gives her mecha a name, Alphonse, and treats it, and it's actually a really fun little anime series. It's not as grim as Gundam can get. It's basically it's an anime criminal procedure with mecha.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool. There's also lots of first responder stuff, like responding to building collapses and other things like that. The mecha also have the Patlabor units also have the RoboCop style holster in the leg, where literally whenever they need to shoot stuff, they've got a mecha sized 357 Magnum looking gun that pops out of their hip.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Even though I did like the idea of with Robotech in Macross Plus, where when they transformed into the robot, the little thing became like a little gun, and then other than that, it slipped back under, and it was a thruster, and I'm like, okay, how you shoot? And okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, it's all yeah. So yeah, it's really cool. I suggest that you watch it. Let me see if original Patlabor is streaming anywhere. Okay, and on Netflix, the TV series and movies on Netflix, including Volume 1 and 2 and the movies. Also, Prime Video and potential availability on Apple TV.
All right, so now you know where you can find it. Go forth and enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, not right now. Not right now. Stay with the show.
Yep.
Still got more for you. All right. Last subject of Pop Culture Corner for right now. It has to do with us going back to Avatar: The Last Airbender. An article on comicbook.com by Evan Valentine. He talks about 2026 being a big year for Atla.
For Avatar Yep.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Well, the Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Airbender franchise in general, because later this year we're getting Avatar: Seven Kingdoms, which is going to introduce us to the new Avatar post Korra.
Right. Well,
Yep.
no, that's Seven Kingdoms. We're also getting as the adventures of adult Aang and his fellow benders are set to land on Paramount Plus later this year, bridging the gap between the original series and its sequel, Legend of Korra.
Right.
The Legend of Aang: The Last Airbender is planning to reveal some major battles that viewers never had a chance to see. With the sequel series, Avatar: Seven Havens, also in the works, a new spin-off story focusing only on the daughter of Aang and Katara.
Kaya.
Yeah, Kaya, the waterbender. So it's set to arrive. The Legend of Korra, Kaya, and the Secret of the Sand will focus on the early years of Aang and Katara's daughter, while the upcoming Dark Horse graphic novel won't involve a world-ending threat. Kaya will be struggling with her inner demons while facing an external threat within the Earth Kingdom.
Yep.
Written by Eisner-nominated writer Kiku Hughes and drawn by artist Alexandria Monique.
Oh.
Set to release July 28th.
Real quick, I know I didn't see it on the running sheet, but we got to do a shout out to the Eisner Hall of Fame nominees this year, which include Mr. Dennis Cohen.
Nice. All right.
Okay. Right. Also, some pretty big names like Gene Colan and legendary manga artist Go Nagai.
Go Nagai. Right on.
Finally, yeah. So, long overdue people getting their recognition from the Eisner Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Okay, but getting back on track. Yeah. So if you watched Legend of Korra, you remember Tenzin's sister, the waterbender with the grayish hair. That's Kaya. She's going. Yeah, it's going to be in her early years. It's going to be interesting when they're talking about wrestling with her inner demons. Kaya is confirmed she is a lesbian, so this could be some struggle with sexuality going on here as well. Discovering and finding herself and who she is, especially in the face of being the daughter of Aang and Katara.
The Avatar himself.
Yep.
Like I said, this is another one of those universes like Lord of the Rings, like Harry Potter. Well, I can't say Harry Potter personally, but Addams Family. Like I find myself wanting more and more of these universes.
It's so rich in potential.
Yeah, it's never ever enough. Speaking of last subject, I'll toss out there. Last random subject is I've been watching the interview verse or whatever you want to call it, MC. I've been getting caught up. I finished, like I said, I finished Interview, which was 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I finished Talamasca, which was only 6 episodes, but it was really good.
Good.
And now a friend of mine has got me starting to watch The Mayfair Witches, and it's pretty good. All of which are available, with the exception for Talamasca, because that's brand new. You can only find that on the AMC. But you can find the other 2 series on Netflix. Mayfair Witches is there both seasons. I'm about 3 episodes deep. It's pretty good. But like you said, rich universes.
Absolutely. Yep.
A little story about Louis and Lestat. And now we have a full-blown universe. But all right. So if on that note, we are going to pause and take a little break as usual.
Before we do SmackDown?
Yeah. Before we got a lot of wrestling to talk about. So if you don't like the idea of talking about big sweaty men slapping meat, as Big E would put it, then I would suggest if you're watching this on replay, fast forward by about 45 minutes. If you're not, come back in about 45 minutes.
Take a break, drink some water, take your meds.
Yep, do what you got to do.
You bet.
Seek some therapy. No, anyway.
Therapy works, people.
I know we ain't got much of a viewership out there, but shout out to Tony Weaver Jr. He's one of my favorite comics.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Tony. Yeah.
He has some great ones. Big in anime. All right. So that'll do it for us for right now. Hopefully we'll have Saint after the break. He's finished thawing. If not,
he's like that snowman kid in the Campbell soup commercial. He just needs like some chicken noodle soup to, melt away all that ice.
You know what? You know what they never showed is I would love to see the blooper where they give the soup to the snowman and he just melts. It's just like a carrot sitting there on top of a bunch of things. And they're like, oh, what have we done?
Yep.
All right. On that note, y'all, we'll say we're out. See you on the other side. Peace.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the Saint. Dropping these beats, won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone, I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe minutes. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's the first gen. We're now rocking with Poetic Beats. This is the first GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep it.
You getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves. Gang, gang, bitch. You getting on my nerves.
All right, and we are back. That was a quick break there to let you know all that's going on here on the first GenXers broadcast network on Twitch and the WKK Double Network on YouTube, which is basically the same network, just two different branches. Well, two the same. Yeah, same tree. That's it. All right, so we got to see some good stuff this week. So we're gonna kind of try to touch on all of it, starting with this week's edition, which of course, it's heavy. This is basically the start to WrestleMania season. Even though the Royal Rumble is the official kickoff to the road to WrestleMania, this is pretty much the start of WrestleMania season. These Raws and SmackDowns early in the month of January. But this one saw Javon Evans, unfortunately, we'll get this out the way quickly, suffered an injury, and against in his matchup against Okada, and they're kind of forcing a forfeit. But it's said by the dirt sheets that it's a legitimate injury. So we would expect to not see the young buck, the rising star. Yeah, this is what happens sometimes in wrestling. Like wrestling, the timing on everything. It's just like stunt work with in a movie. Like you mistime something. Shit, Jackie Chan used to do his own stunts even after he broke his leg doing a stunt on a movie set. But it's one of those things where it can. Any thoughts on Javon Evans? Dave.
Sorry, man. Blanked out there for a second. So, could you rephrase the question?
Oh no, just any thoughts on Javon Evans?
Yeah. I mean, I loved what I've seen out of him. I think that he is one of the next up and comers, and just hope that he gets healthy soon. Comes back soon. Raw is definitely a better place with him on the roster and active.
Sure. All right. So next up, we'll talk about the women's IC title match. They were in Belfast.
Yep.
So Raw actually started at like noon by our time.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch is from right up the road. And of course, she came out and gave the classic heel versus the crowd promo, talking shit about Belfast. Her dad is from Belfast, and he did the smartest thing he ever did in moving down to Dublin and marrying a Dublin woman.
Okay. So for the non-Irish heritage folks, so Belfast and Dublin are literally miles apart. We're talking like Oakland, San Jose,
Right.
Miles apart.
Yeah.
Dublin is the capital of the Republic of Ireland.
Okay.
Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland. Okay, so which is still a province of the UK.
Right.
Okay, and that's also where most of the terrible stuff that happened over the course of the Troubles was happening. All the IRA bombings and the UDF, the Ulster Defence Force, which were the Northern Irish Loyalists, paramilitary. Yeah. So
I love her.
Becky's not just ripping off the bandage; she's cutting out the stitches.
She still didn't get. She still didn't get, and I'm going to bring this up real quick. She still didn't. She got a lot of boos. Yeah, she got boos.
Oh yeah,
but it wasn't as loud as it was when Kevin Owens. It was Kevin Owens and I think Elias. Like this is like 10 years ago or so. I remember talking about it on what was then the Cheap Pop podcast with me and Alf, and how these two guys got the loudest boo I've ever heard because they literally said they were in Seattle and they said that the Sonics should have left Seattle because it was, the Seattle didn't deserve the Sonics in the first place.
Oh,
and you couldn't hear them talk after that. Like they were talking into the mic, and you couldn't hear them on the loudspeakers.
Oh yeah,
the amount of boos that they were receiving. But she got some boos. Well, she went on to ultimately defeat Maxine Dupree in a rematch in her home area, but not in the way that you would think, because Maxine came out with her trainer and the woman who's trained her up, and all of that, Natalia.
Yep.
And what's funny is that I say I saw it coming, but it's just because I've watched wrestling.
Same here.
Like,
as soon as I saw Natty, I'm like, okay, this is us.
Yep. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, Natty's going to turn on it. I was like, because there was no reason for Natty to be out there other than that. Like there really wasn't. But I will give them shock value in how they did it. Like, and then Natty's beat down after the match. I truly did enjoy the segment in general. Yeah.
And I don't think has Natalia explained why she did it yet, or are we gonna see that tomorrow night?
I think we're gonna find out about that tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'm guessing that it's gonna be some variant on tough love.
Yeah.
That this is how we toughen you up so you can really face Becky.
Something like that, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think we're leading to Natalia and Maxine either at Rumble or Elimination Chamber. I think it's going to be out after the beatdown for a little bit. We'll see though.
Yes.
We'll see, though. Maxine goes full heel, and it's like, when I left you, I was better learner. Now I am the master. We'll see.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be a lot of screaming. I've noticed a lot of screaming.
Oh yeah.
But in trios action, we had Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee defeat the Vision in Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul. After the match, Mysterio, they get the win. I love the irony in that they get the win. Adam Pearce was at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Pearce is now the antagonist to Paul Heyman, and I'm loving it.
Yes, I am too. It's like,
but Pearce comes out, and then he takes the brass knuckles from Logan Paul, and he's like, "What were these, Paul? What were these?"
I
don't know. And then he takes them, and I didn't even notice. He set them down on the ring apron.
Right.
And him and Paul Heyman like walk off arguing.
Yeah,
and then Rey Mysterio picks it up.
Oh, what are these?
What are these? Yeah, puts it on and does what everybody wants to do to Logan Paul anytime they see his hittable face. But clocked him, dropped him, and I believe it was either Penta or Dragon Lee that got the pin. That they get the off of that.
Yeah, but let's also talk about that triple Tope con Hilo that all three of them did at once while all the Vision were on the outside of the ring. Yeah, that was beautiful synchronization. And it was Dragon Lee and Penta who did the cross ring run, and Ray just added in a standing flip over off of the close side rope.
Yeah, he didn't go back and forth like that. He just
I
like that trios team.
The Morgan's 50s, 60s. Come on, give me a break from all that cardio.
but here's the thing about it is when it comes to lucha, like Ray's been doing like lucha style wrestling.
Oh God, yeah.
he's been doing WWE style wrestling for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
You know, so like to him, like it's got to be so easy to just. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt his body when he's.
I know, and also someone had to hold the rope down for Penta and Ray Phoenix. Oh no, Dragon Lee.
Yeah. Even though that's a trios match I would love to see is Rey Mysterio and the Lucha Brothers against anybody.
Oh yeah,
against anybody. I don't care.
I mean, no disrespect to Dragon Lee. He's been doing great.
He's amazing.
It's just we want the Lucha Brothers back.
Yeah, and we will get them soon. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, Triple H had a game plan when he signed them. He had a game. So like, let's just see how. But all right, so we went over that. AJ Styles had an interesting confrontation with Gunther, as of course he comes out and gets into space. You know, starts chanting, "You tapped out, you tapped out," because he did. He tapped out to AJ. Y'all saw it. But they challenge each other, and AJ says he wants a rematch at the Royal Rumble.
Right. And Gunther up the stakes and say it's a retirement match for you.
Yeah. Basically, Gunther said the only way he's getting back in the ring with AJ for another match is if AJ puts his career on the line.
Right.
Which Gunther now has the moniker the career killer.
Right. Which I'm kind of mixed about because, like I said last time, I'm kind of tired. I'm over Gunther being the career killer.
Yeah.
But I do see this as a way for AJ Styles to take a break from WWE, go back to TNA. Okay, go back to TNA and finish out his career in TNA.
I think what you're going to see is what I like to call a swerve, or as some would call a work. I think what you're going to see is AJ's not going to lose. AJ's going to win probably by disqualification from someone attacking Gunther or something like that, or by some fluke he's going to lose by he's going to win by disqualification. So he's not going to have to retire, but Gunther's going to beat him so bad after the match. Because I do believe you're right. I do believe he's going to go for a small run back to TNA for a little bit during this retirement year. And potentially chase Mike Santana in the TNA World Championship.
Right.
To go get that for one last time before he retires and then come back to WWE. But I just don't see a reason to have AJ lose this match. I don't see a reason. We all know
I don't either.
You know, so that's why I say we find a way to keep Gunther looking strong with the beatdown after the match, and you have AJ win by disqualification somehow. Maybe Gunther does something, and the ref catches him and disqualifies him.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Technically, AJ's not retired, but Gunther beats him down after the match, so AJ's out for a little bit. But I'll be honest with you, that in itself would be a problematic storyline, because then why is AJ showing up at TNA? Like if he just got beat down so bad that he's off of WWE,
right? So I could see, if it happens, AJ saying the retirement was only for WWE, wasn't for the rest of it, wasn't for TNA, wasn't for any indie promotion, wasn't for anything else.
But then that prevents him from coming back and doing what he wants to do, which is finishing his career in WWE.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see the conflict now. Yeah.
Like no matter how they end it, it's got to end with the door open for him to be able to come back.
To return, yeah.
But you can still do the beatdown angle and just have it be not as bad of a beatdown, and then AJ for like 2 weeks, and then he shows up on TNA. But anyway, there's plenty of ways. But that's what's coming up next week at the Royal Rumble.
At the Royal, yeah.
Well, I'll say the main event saw Finn Balor fight CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, in which, again, there's been so many matches in WWE as of recently that I would put up for match of the year. Like CM Punk versus Finn Balor was an excellent match. I'm not saying there were matches in the match and there weren't places where the match was slow, but overall the match was really, really
it was a good solid match. Yeah.
And CM Punk ended up defeating Balor and retaining. I thought there was a good chance that Balor could win, being that they were in Belfast and he's an Irish boy. But what they did give us is a potential face turn.
Yeah, you did, and if I'm remembering correctly, you did have a lot of boos for Finn Balor, even being the hometown boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and that gets back to, Balor's from Dublin, not Belfast. And, there's a lot of, you think the rivalry between the city and the town is intense. And filled with animosity. No, that's the Belfast Dublin rivalry is huge because it gets into so many issues.
All right, so then we're gonna move forward. That was a great finish to that match. Like I said, Finn Balor had a good time, etc.
Yeah.
Move on to night before last on Friday Night SmackDown, in which we did have a title change. And the MFTs defeating the Wyatt Six for the tag team championship and leaving them land, and Solo walked away with the lamp. And wow. Okay, so we're doing with the MFTs. And it was him and Tama Tonga who got the win. I thought it was a very good match. Like of course, what would you expect when you've got like 8 to 10 of the most chaotic people on SmackDown all in the same match? And you saw Eric Rowan get involved. You saw JC Mateo get involved. You saw Tama Tonga get involved. You saw, who was it? Solo hit Uncle Howdy with a Samoan spike that dropped him. And yeah, you saw the MFTs walk away with the championship. So we go into the era of the MFTs. We're going to get a bloodline-like run out of this team. The bloodline started off with Roman winning the Universal Championship. Then it moved on to the Usos winning the tag championships and them consolidating it all. Yeah, that was a great match. We finally got our rematch of Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes, and boy, did they deliver. Except for the fact that the Miz got involved, and unfortunately, Carmelo.
God damn it, Mike.
All right, Kiana James and Julia defeated Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
Yep.
And Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair to become the new number one contenders from SmackDown for the Women's Tag Team Championships, which were defended last night by Rio.
Sorry, that's not supported on this device. To connect video, you'll need to connect a video-capable device first.
Thank you, Alexa.
You just made my...
Oh, my goodness.
Control your woman, man. She pops in every single broadcast around this time for some reason.
Because of the name that I said.
I know. So unknown, and she appears.
And Julia also declared her intent to become a triple champion. I guess she's planning on winning the Women's Championship, the U.S. Championship,
and tag team, yeah.
Well, we'll see. But they are the number one contenders for the tag team championships now. All right. So Jade Cargill defeated Chelsea Green, and Jordan Grace came out and almost helped Chelsea beat Jade, but Chelsea took the L, and Jordan Grace declared herself. I like it.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill will make it an epic match at WrestleMania. I do believe that.
Yeah.
Nathan Frazier defeated Johnny Gargano after Candice LeRae. After Axiom put a mask over Candice LeRae's face, and Johnny tried to help her take it off, and she didn't know it was him and smacked him in the head. Frazier was able to use that to get the picture. The main event saw Trick Williams defeat Damian Priest. surprisingly, when Sami Zayn attacked Williams. So he didn't beat him like 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn attacked Trick Williams and got disqualified. The main event ended in chaos when Sami Zayn attacked Williams. The show closed when Randy Orton laid out after Williams had laid out for Zayn. And Priest standing tall. Then turned around and hit Sami Zayn with an RKO just because that's what Randy came with. So that was Friday Night SmackDown. It also saw Roman Reigns become the first WWE superstar to ever declare for the Royal Rumble via email. At least that was the joke that was made when a video package played that declared Roman Reigns for the Royal Rumble. So we've gotten to the point, guys, now where they no longer come down to the ring, grab a mic, and declare for the Royal Rumble or do it backstage. They now play a video package and show a banner that says that this person is declared. Yeah. Okay, but we also saw a face-to-face thing between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu that was kind of interesting. Like meet the press kind of face-to-face where they discussed where basically Jacob told Cody he's got no problem with him. He was really after Drew McIntyre. Cody says, "You cost me my championship, so now you got a problem with me." They say words to each other before Jacob walks off. And actually, hearing that will set up what we're going to talk about next, or what we're going to be talking about in the next few minutes perfectly. By the way, that segment was perfect for what ended up happening. Drew McIntyre also addressed all 4 potential challengers, cementing his role as social media troll and the heel. But he is the best at shit talking than any other WWE superstar. I wouldn't put him on level with The Rock, but as far as the current roster goes,
CM Punk is still better, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think CM Punk's definitely better on the mic, but when it comes to just trolling and shit talking, I don't know. Drew gives him a run.
CM Punk just posted a abolish ICE pic on his social media account, and he does quite a bit of trolling on there. So he translates over to social media.
Well, say all right. So last but not least was last night, and it was a very small, only 4 actual things. Like I think it was barely 2 hours show, and it was this week's Saturday night main event. It was basically the last big show, not Raw or SmackDown before Royal. Expected.
Yep.
We saw Rio defeat the Judgment Day in a women's tag team championship match that really started to show off, or they didn't show off, but yeah, that was being the first wrestling match that happened on the show. We'll get to that in a second. It was a really good match. I mean, really good match. All 4 women shined at different points during the match, and Io Sky, I always love that girl, and yeah, you gotta give them credit. The girls showed out. The opening match, and that's what I was going to talk about right now, was Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu, and there was never a match. Jacob Fatu, before Cody Rhodes could get in the ring and finish his intro and get announced and everything, Jacob Fatu attacked him and they started brawling.
Mm-hmm.
The referees came out and they started brawling with the referees and brawling with each other, and then they brawled out into the crowd and brawled all over the arena, and then they brawled up on top of this thing where Drew McIntyre then showed up and pushed Jacob Fatu through a bunch of boxes and then body slammed Cody Rhodes through a bunch of boxes and walked off. There was no match. Just 2 dudes beating the hell out of each other.
Yep.
So Cody Rhodes goes on to be in the Royal Rumble and hopefully challenge Drew for the title at WrestleMania. But for right now, he's done. He's done challenging for that title. But we also, after the women's tag team match, we got what was the match of a lifetime in Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Anytime those two get in the ring together,
Yep.
it is epic and it is worth watching. And if you have never seen it before, I would say start with this match and work your way backwards, because they've had better matches as far as the way they did things, but in general, this was just a really good match. And so,
and just respect between the two of them. I haven't seen Saturday Night Main Event, but I have seen the clip of AJ and Shinsuke both on the mat, and they look at each other, reach out towards each other, and do the fist pound. So
there is a shout out. Hold on, real quick. Shout out to Jay to the Row for raiding.
Thank you, sir. But I think that this is. You think this is going to be the last time that AJ and Shinsuke meet up in the ring?
I think it may be, because I think, like I said, I think there's something coming up with AJ taking a stint in TNA for a little bit. So it may be the last opportunity we had to see those two go at it, and that was, like I said, it was. But yes, the fist bump at the end, the respect those two have for each other, being that their rivalry, their camaraderie goes back decades, to New Japan, so on and so forth. And we close with the main event, which saw hometown boy Sami Zayn take on Randy Orton, Damian Priest, and Trick Williams. I expected that to be Matt Cardona. And it took me until these last 3 weeks of seeing Trick Williams on the screen every day of the week, or every show, every Friday at least, to realize that he's modeled his entire character after Booker T. Like from the braids to the moves that he does in the ring to the way that he talks, like his cadence, it's all modeled after Booker T. And I believe he trained Booker T. He comes from Booker T's Texas school. So right on to Trick Williams for being in the match, because this is a big match. But unfortunately for Trick Williams, Randy Orton, and Damian Priest, Sami Zayn will be going on to WrestleMania or to Royal Rumble face off against Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and I believe that Trick was just sort of celebrating in ring when out of nowhere.
Yes, that was SmackDown when he was celebrating.
Oh, that was on SmackDown. Got it.
Yeah, that was on SmackDown. But Randy did his thing for sure.
Randy did Randy.
Randy did his thing in the match, 100%. But I kind of felt from the get-go, just from the presentation, Sammy, talked about Sammy. I don't know, and I'm actually kind of like tossed up on whether or not Sammy's actually going to end up winning the WWE Championship from Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they gave it to Drew just to set up this story so Sammy could have a small run to build. He's never won before. He's competed for one other time against Roman Reigns in that same building and lost. So, I don't know. Find out next week. Only got a week to wait.
Yep.
Next is the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Early favorites for the men's, I would say, is probably like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. Early favorites for the women's, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Miss Bliss, since I don't want to wake her up behind me. So we'll see.
Yep.
All right, so next up is, that'll do it. SmackDown. We don't have anything else. Now we can move on to Tech Tinker's favorite part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That is Game reviews. Well, not tech. He said, whoever has the Imperial droid, tell it to mute. All right. Let's see. All right. So we'll open up with this one. You can take us away here, sir. GTA feels more alive than Cyberpunk 2077 because Night City doesn't feel like a real place. Says former Fallout and Skyrim artist. That aspect of it doesn't hit you in the same way.
Which is absolute bullshit.
Poppycock.
Because the entire Cyberpunk universe is essentially Night City is essentially what if the San Francisco Bay Area, but a sprawl. Okay. We've got the neighborhoods of Night City. Literally, when you look at the map in the role-playing game, it's literally based off of the Bay Area. You have neighborhoods like Haywood, Pacifica, and they all match up with the urban areas in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
all right.
Yeah. Okay. Mike Pondsmith, dude used his home area to create Night City. Okay. There is a lot of verisimilitude. Now, the question is, did CD Projekt Red translate that over well? It's to be seen, and that can be discussed. But yeah, it's it has the potential to be more realistic than Liberty City, Vice City, San Angelo, and all the other real life cities that GTA uses for setting their games in. And I think that there's also a sort of fantasy aspect to Night City in the video game that takes it out of the real world mode. But I mean, literally, you're going through, and there's parts in there. It feels like the San Francisco Bay Area, plus 50 plus years. Okay, I mean, all these freeways going, sprawling all over as you're driving. Yeah, you ever driven the MacArthur Maze? Okay, you ain't got that in LA. You ain't got that in Miami. You definitely ain't got that in New York.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, all the overpasses, all the connectors, all the just spaghetti dump of freeways. That's true life right there.
All right. Well, next up, we're going to talk a little bit about the Nexus mods, it says.
Yes. Okay.
Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go for it.
Nexus Mods kills its multi-platform mod manager in favor of its Windows-only Vortex app. We were competing with ourselves instead of solving the actual problems.
Right. Okay. So, Nexus Mods. Home to 1 million plus mods for your favorite console games. PC games, not console. Can't go on there to download your console mods. Yeah. But they had 2 different ways to download. And the main way was you just go on the Nexus mod site and you find the mod you want, you download it onto your computer, and then you unpack it. Okay, not that few extra steps in there, but then as everyone and their brother in the video game industry created their own game service app, EA Origins, Steam, every AAA producer coming out with, Bethesda with Battle.net and all this stuff where they cram all their games into one starting platform app that is usable for everything. Nexus came out with Vortex to manage your mods. Instead of having to dig through your files on your hard drives and click and make sure that everything is up to spec and installed or uninstalled as the case may be, or whatever. So they abandoned the website download, which is kind of what they were planning on already, because with the sale of Nexus mods. So now you can't directly download the mods from the website. You have to go through their proprietary starter program, which is Vortex.
Is that a bad thing? Or?
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Okay, fair enough.
It's a thing. Some people are going to be complaining about how it's not. People who are more tech-minded, like possibly tech tinkers, have him chime in if he's in. They may be more happy with the way the old way was done because they had more control and they also had more intimate knowledge of how to do all the commands. It's like the difference between Windows and MS-DOS, if that makes sense. If you're of a certain age of tech development, you can navigate MS-DOS. It's not a problem. Beyond that, you're used to Windows, and you don't understand the framework, the command structures, or anything relating to MS-DOS. It's an extra step that you have to learn how to use rather than just the graphical interface.
He says he's here lurking. Okay, so the next subject up is that of Chinese modder combines Xbox Series S, PS5, and Switch 2 into a single console.
It is the turducken of consoles, people.
It's a serious feat of engineering. How do you trim down parts that are otherwise necessary for consoles to function? X and Z utilize a trifold design that places the three printed circuit boards, the printed circuit boards, PCBs, opposite one another at a slight angle, allowing a single heat sink to connect to each of the main APU cores directly.
Right.
With only one system running at a time, a single cooling system is sufficient, though we have to imagine the PS5 would push the system the hardest. X and Z also cut down on extraneous connectors, such as different HDMI headers, power supplies, reducing each console to just its main PCB and onboard chips.
Yep. So, again, it's impressive. I'll say that. And I would imagine that you're going to have to give a significant cool down procedure for switching from Xbox or PS5 to one of the other two consoles, because those two get much, much hotter than the Switch. The Switch is like an afterthought. Okay, but we all know, we've all had the red ring of death. Yeah. We know that one of the first things that you've got budget for when you're getting a new Xbox or PlayStation is you've got to get some type of external cooling device for there when you're playing for a long time. So I don't think that it's going to be successful going from playing, like, say, 3 hours on an Xbox and then logging out of the Xbox and switching over to PS5, going for another 3 hours.
Yeah. And then, hold on. Tech Tinkers just chimed in. So, imagine this. Imagine if they just used an emulator.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. But he says, it says the only thing, it says this thing is so cool, but check this out. It says the only thing that still needs work, this is the article on CW.com. It says, he goes, I don't think Nintendo Xbox 5 is going to work, is going to catch on. Yeah, I don't.
Again, because I agree. I think that's more because of the cooling issues.
Well,
okay.
No, he was just saying the name, the funny.
Yeah, I know.
But
yeah,
just,
I know. This is news coming out of China. So take its
with a grain of salt.
Abilities with a grain of salt. Yes, the proof will be in the pudding.
It says to achieve a shared power supply system, the PS5 and Xbox Series S were wired in parallel with a single 250-watt PSU. The Switch 2 was wired in using a USB-C power delivery connection. The Switch 2 dock was redesigned and built into the case with a removable bay for portable mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently you can actually remove the Switch 2 from the overall unit, which... Okay, that's great, because having a stationary Switch 2 defeats the actual purpose of having a Switch 2.
Or having a Switch in general.
Yes.
So the Switch is supposed to be portable.
Right. Now, the other thing is how... the Switch 2 is primarily digital, I think. I don't know if they actually have a chip reader in there. So, but thinking if it's that part of the thing is detachable, then you can add in the chip anyway.
Yeah, very true. All right. So our second to last subject of the day comes to us from Ubisoft, who cancels 6 projects, including Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, closes 2 studios, and confirms further layoffs and major company restructure.
But it's not because they're unionizing. Ubisoft wants to make that very, very clear. It wasn't because those game studios were considering buying a union or buying into a union. It's
here's what's funny to me, right? Is it kind of feels like, look, man, look. We have to cut some more people to make it look like we didn't cut them because of the union thing.
Exactly.
If more people, then they can't say it's just these people weren't willing to unionize, and we were cutting them too. So see, that's the big picture. That's how we fool everybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly what it was. Anyway.
Yeah. It's just more Ubisoft idiocy. Yeah. The heads of the corporate ownership shooting themselves in the foot. Okay. So, next up.
I don't know about Wildlands, man. It didn't mention anything in the thing, so probably not.
Didn't know about what?
He asked about did they cancel Wildlands?
Possibly. I don't know. Let me take a look. Let me scout through that article real quick. We'll move on to the next topic. Okay, but keep on going.
All right. I was just going to say, did Ubisoft cancel Wildlands?
Oh, yeah.
No, they have not officially canceled it, according to Google.
Yeah, and the article says that the launch before the end of March is expected to be the remaster of Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Gotcha. Okay. He says it's not, Tech Tinker says it's not Ubisoft the people in the UAE bought the studio and they're chopping it off because they suck.
Yep.
Yep, corporations do suck. You're right about that. All right.
And apparently the corporate restructure, Ubisoft, their global development is going to be split into 5 creative houses. Creative House 2 is going to be dedicated to shooters. For The Division, Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell, Creative House 3 will focus on live experiences like For Honor, The Crew, Riders Republic, Brawlhalla, and Skull and Bones. Creative House 4 is narrative-driven and fantasy-oriented, like Anno, Might and Magic, Rayman, Prince of Persia, Beyond Good and Evil. So yes, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in the pipe works. And Creative House 5 will be family and casual gaming, including Just Dance, Uno, Hasbro, Idle Miner Tycoon, Catch Up, Hungry Shark, and Invincible Guarding the Globe.
Okay.
So that's how it's all going to lay down.
I don't believe he mentioned Skull and Bones, did you?
No, I don't believe that was on the list.
All right. All right. So our final subject of the day is kind of a big one, kind of. And that is the Xbox Developer Direct 2026. Everything including a new Double Fine game.
Yep.
So let's share this screen real quick. First up that was announced is Beast of Reincarnation.
Yep. Which is coming. It's going to be available day one with Game Pass Ultimate. And it is a Game Freak game.
It's a what?
Game Freak, aka the Pokemon Company. Game Freak is the developer that does everything Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So it's going to be an unforgettable blend of action, strategy, and mystery. So, yep. But you are going to be wandering around with a companion. No word on if that companion is going to be non-human that goes into a shiny little ball when you're just walking around and don't need them. But, no, it is a dog. So, Game Freak calls Beast of Reincarnation a one-person, one-dog action RPG.
Okay.
Elmo, the protagonist, provides classic fast-paced action game attacks in real time. Ku, the dog, offers added skills that can be used from a menu that slows time. So it's going to be very similar to Star Wars Outlaws and the dynamic between the main character and her little companion thing, Nyx. So when you're accessing Ku, there's going to be time slowdowns to be able to navigate the menu.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. And then we can go down to as well. I just saw a little clip of it.
Yep.
Fable, a new Fable game coming autumn of 2026.
Yep. Return to Albion.
Sounds great. Sounds like an amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, Fable was always a good series for the original Xbox.
Done by Playground Games. On 2026 to Xbox SS, Xbox on PC, Xbox Cloud, Steam, PlayStation 5, and Game Pass Ultimate.
Good.
And available for wishlist right now. Okay, and I know Double Killer is all up on the next entry.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes and no. I wasn't a huge Forza Horizon. I'm more of a Gran Turismo dude, but this game looks pretty damn slick.
Yep.
I'm not denied loving playing the Forzas that I have played. The Forzas that I have played because they are all they all always look beautiful. Like, but I'm not necessarily a loyalist, but I am because like Gran Turismo is my game, bro. Like,
Yep.
I much prefer that. I do like Forza though, and this one looks beautiful. So I'll probably give it a shot once it hits Game Pass and try to play it. But that's dropping May 19th, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the other game they were talking about, Kiln. What's this one about?
Kiln, I'm not sure. I need to look at the trailer for that, but I'm guessing that you remember that old PlayStation 1 or 2 game, Clay Fighters?
Yeah.
Basically, you're making your fighters out of Play-Doh, essentially. It seems like that's going to be what this game is going to be like, because it's a pottery meets brawler game, is how they're describing it.
All right.
And this is the game from Double Fine Studios.
From Double Fine Studios. This is one of the ones that they were talking about early on. Let's see.
Yeah.
Peace.
It looks interesting. So we'll be making little vases that come to life.
Yep. And crushing other people's vases.
That looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
We're on Double Fine.
Okay.
And so that's it from Developer Direct from Microsoft for this year. You got
One thing that I was upset at the lack of is a Starfield update, because we were all expecting that there was going to be an update for Starfield at Developer Direct. Obviously not. But the information on Starfield that I do have is that the next DLC is still in production.
Okay.
And it's going to be called Terran Armada. And Terran Armada, like as in Earth Armada.
Right.
Okay, that's all the information we have right now about it. We don't even know what the general plot is. So I'm keeping my eye out on that for the tens of Starfield fans that we have.
Tens of Starfield fans. All right, hold
There
on.
are dozens of us. Dozens.
You don't know the powers of no. Anyway.
No, that was the Arrested Development reference to the nearly nude movement of Dr. Tobias Funk, where he's never totally nude, not even in the shower. Yeah. And he's getting ribbed. And it's like, you don't know the power that we have. There are dozens of us. Dozens.
I have one last video game thing to say before we go back
you bet.
To where can we find you next? That's this. EA. I'm going to need y'all to holler at me. Because College Football 26 and 25, I love both the games. Y'all got some problems with animations. Shit like offensive linemen don't fully engage their fucking blocks, and they just like bounce off the guys that they're supposed to be blocking and throw them to the side, and just call me. Me and Dirk Swat. We got some hits for you and your developers about how y'all can fix it a little bit better. But anyway, I'll let that take us into our final segment, which is all right. Where can we find you next? Where we talk about what are the next shows and times that you can see us next? Subscribe, please.
Okay. I will be back on the night shift tonight. It's Sunday, so we're back to Horizon Forbidden West again. Missed the past couple nights of Fallout 76 simply because end of the month, have to renew the Fallout First subscription for another couple months. So I wasn't able to log into the private session that I usually play in. So not necessarily a bad thing, just it's like, crap. So it happens sometimes, especially when you get hit by a unexpected medical bill for $3,000 just before Christmas. So
Yeah, that's
yeah, it kind of screws up your finances.
yes, it does. All right, and as for me, you can find me here in about an hour and 50 minutes with another edition of Classroom with me and O'Malley this week. This week is Swab's Week Off. We got a lot to talk about as the AFC and NFC championship games have just been played, and there's been a lot of movements going around in NFL and NBAs with the trade deadline.
You saw that. You saw that link I sent you in our Facebook chat about Germany pondering pulling out of the World Cup completely.
Yeah, I saw that. We'll probably touch on that during the topics. But all right, so that'll do it for us for this week, guys. Unfortunately, Saint couldn't join us. Hopefully, he'll be back next week when the weather's a little bit different where he's at.
Yeah,
Frozen in ice. And and we will talk to you guys then. Until then, stay up, stay right, and please be safe.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bang, 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 bang.